Will the starters for CF10 Houston please make it over to the far podium?
Well, there goes pizza and a movie night.
Oh, good grief!
Did someone phone the gnome?
Willard, we should have gotten that home generator you suggested.
Can you help us?
Well, we don't want movie night to be Lights Out, the sequel.
Be ready for the next power outage. Get 0% interest for 60 months when you get a new generator installed with Willard. Schedule a free consultation now. Phone the gnome, 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise as we take a momentary moment of silence for our colleagues, brothers and sisters, family and friends in Central Texas. Thank you. We ask that you remain standing and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. Earlier tonight, we had the first responders where the Fort Worth Police Department and Fort Worth Fire Departments came and presented a friendly here at W.O. Barnes Stadium. We would ask that any of our first responders that are still in the crowd, please stand as we give you all a round of applause.
Bienvenidos, familia de los Vaqueros. Welcome to W.O. Barnes Stadium, the grounds of Castleberry High School in River Oaks, Texas. Your Fort Worth Vaqueros take on CF10 Houston. Hi, my name is Matt Cohen, along with Robbie King and Megan Southern. Again tonight, welcome.
Hello. Good to be back.
Matt, I really thought all day long we were going to not have to deal with the sun until I pulled up here.
Of course not.
Until the sun decided to make its entrance, as you can see out on the pitch. Both teams getting out, getting ready. And the sun, it has made its appearance in Fort Worth after being overcast all day today. The temperature, I guess we could get right to that. The chat room weather report right off the bat. Here, easily, Fort Worth's 8th best bars and 9th best bars, the chat room and the usual on Magnolia, just a free kick away from each other. The temperature is 84 degrees, feels like 90 out there. The humidity, 84%, very high, very sticky for the players. But as Robbie mentioned, had rain all day today in Fort Worth, overcast conditions, and the sun sets at 8:39, so it'd be very interesting here for your boys in blue, who are facing that west goal. One more time, they're taking on CF Houston, who's wearing white on the left side of your screen. The boys in blue, the Fort Worth Vaqueros, in their usual Astoria crossing. Blue shirts, azul playeras, out there with the white shorts and the blue socks.
Yeah, it looks like we lost the toss again and we're facing the sun once again.
How about that?
Did we only win it once all year?
All year. And then the one day this week where it's just bright and sunny. Like, thank you.
So let's set the table for everyone here. This is the last regular home match, or last regular match period for both squads here tonight. Fort Worth currently in 4th place, and that's where they'll stay, locking up a playoff bid for the first time in 6 years when they won the Lone Star Conference in 2019. They will meet in the playoffs, one of the 40 teams out of the 75 to keep going. And a tribute to Coach Tony Marola and his squad after starting out 0-2 here on our air. They've gone 4-3, winning the toss twice, by the way.
Twice.
And they've won one, lost one, won one, lost one. So they've had this crazy pattern, but it has gotten them into the playoffs. CF10 Houston in white, all white pretty much, with the blues, the blue around the back of the shirt and the blue numbers. They are in last place. This is their last game again. 1 win by forfeit, by the way, and 8 losses. So, interesting thing about this squad, Megan, CF10 Houston, is that all of these players have not played in college, which we do not see very often here, but 8 of them making their debut tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Definitely a younger squad than we're used to seeing out here, but never underestimate the youth, Matt.
Right.
Never.
Right, and we'll get to see a lot of those youth teams of the Vaqueros and the Vaqueras.
Yes.
Have their
it's signing day.
Signing day. Always good for the coaches to make sure that the players and the parents show up for signing day, that's for sure.
Yes. Lots of paperwork going on out there.
Matt, I think this will be a good test for Fort Worth. You got I would say an inexperienced Houston team. We're getting ready to go back to the playoffs for the first time in a while, like you said. Let's use this opportunity.
And we'll talk about the playoff possibilities, which The interesting thing is that Oklahoma United is not one of the teams that possibly could play Fort Worth with their loss last night to Arkansas. That is very surprising. That's Henry Huffstetler getting his second start. He have Adams State, a Grizzly out of Alamosa, Colorado in Division II, and he's getting his second start of the season. Not Jacob Burkle. He's played he's been playing very well in goalkeeper.
Fantastic.
He's led them pretty much to that 4-3 record that's got him into the playoffs. Jacob Burkle getting the night off tonight in favor of Huffstetler. And this first chance here for Huffstetler to get one in the attacking third. Fort Worth with an opportunity that Joe Conway dismisses it.
And that keeper's still out quite a bit. Ooh.
That's 7. Francisco Jaramillo looking for the call, and he gets it. Yes, he gets it. The foul on number 20, Diego Carrasco.
Looks like he caught him twice there, actually.
So.
Yeah, I think a little advantage on the first one. And
right,
then
and it's
the
like
second
really.
one was, okay, we got to stop this.
Here's another quick look at that, too. Very composed, just kind of go right through him. There's one, and there's two. Come on, buddy.
Well, the second one wasn't as bad as the first one.
No. Oh,
it's right there.
Oh,
there it is. It's a
goal. What a play.
Woo! Vaqueros goal.
I love it. First 3 minutes of the game. Put it away.
3 minutes into the game.
And it all started from that set piece right there, from that foul.
That free kick topped by Joe Conway into the stomach of Yasmin Katani, the goalkeeper for CF10 Houston, and finished here by the Vaqueros.
I love starting games out like this. Yep, and that was the foul. Yeah, no worries, no worries. We can rewind and look at that one later.
A chance to see who scored that one.
Yeah, it was number 18.
Little. It was Tyler Little getting his first goal of the match, his first start, and he has earned it, according to Coach Tony Marola. The first foul on the Vaqueros, Brock Barbie, thank you. And Tyler Little making a drive 3 hours every day to practice, making the trips all along the road trips. He's earned his start, and he gets his first goal of the season. That puts the Vaqueros up 1-0.
I feel like Tyler Little got a haircut a little bit, too. His hair's a little shorter.
Yes, he has.
Another foul. Oh, boy.
Lubbock Christian grad, the second foul committed by Fort Worth in his many minutes, now in the fourth one.
Yeah, I got to be careful with these fouls right outside of the box here, because it's really kind of puts them in a dangerous situation.
The 9th game here for 9 games, the 10th game here for CF10 Houston. They have scored 3 goals all season, 3. And here's an opportunity for them.
Ooh.
And
boy,
just
that was
missing
dangerous.
Just missing it was Isaac Santos playing in his 4th game.
Goalie kind of got out in no man's land there.
Graduated from Richmond George Ranch down near Houston and Katy this year. You can hear in our crowd mic the Vaqueros and the Vaqueros youth teams are here tonight cheering on the senior squad.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Let them yell. We'll love to hear it. A lot of kids out there tonight from the youth clubs.
We also had the Fort Worth Fire Department take on the Fort Worth Police Department, and the Police Department got lucky and won 2-0 in a pregame exhibition beforehand. And that was fun. A lot of fun here. The last match played a regular season at W.O. Barnes. That pass by Joe Conway. And he's got Dylan Cabrera trying to sail one in. This ought to be interesting here. Stevens, a nice turn. Back to Conway, and there's a foul right outside of the penalty area.
Cooper Stevens got cracked right there in the D.
That's pretty good work by Fort Worth to force that turnover, and we're getting another free kick just outside the box, and let's see if we can make this just as dangerous as the first one.
Ooh. Yeah, it looks like he kind of came in cleats up there. Doesn't feel good with those metal spikes either.
No, not at all. You can't, especially right there in the ankle. That's not something that Joe Conway likes. He's already had a couple games off because of ankle issues, and he stays in there with a 4-player wall for Katani. Right outside the D. Maybe Cisco will take this one, but it looks like Joe might be the rifleman here. A player down below.
I love
Interesting. That is Cisco just bending that banana just a little too far. Yeah. It turns into a corner.
Deflection there.
A deflection, yeah. A 5-player wall. Francisco Jaramillo taking this corner kick. Thankfully, the sun has come down a little bit.
Yeah, there's a cloud right there. Put it in! Let's go!
Yeah, that's going to be 2.
Wait. The referee is not moving.
No, it's on.
The AR is not moving. The
That's a
referee
goal.
has called it a goal.
That's a goal.
No, it's not.
What?
It's a penalty. It's a goal kick.
They're going to.
What did I miss there?
Goal kick. They look like
I'm going with a foul on the goalie.
A foul. Yeah.
Okay.
Foul on the goalkeeper was fouled trying to get to the
Yeah,
ball.
let's look at that. Let's see what
this.
happened here. I mean, I don't understand. I feel like he went right through that, and it looks like they called it pretty well. I mean, the keeper hit the ground, I think, and, trying to protect the keeper.
Interesting. He got to the ball first before the keeper could make a play on it.
I didn't see it, but okay.
That's normally how those calls go, though. Anytime the keeper goes down, he's getting the benefit of the doubt there, even though he was not first to the ball.
Oh, way to keep the ball here.
Number 8. One of the more interesting dynamics tonight, we've got Connor Rogers, number 8, Cooper Stevens, number 17, and Copper West, all playing within each other. And these boys said before the game, we're going to pass the ball around each other, so you have fun with that.
Cooper Copper.
Cooper Copper Connor.
Cooper Copper Connor.
Oh.
Try to do the best we can. The second foul here drawn by number 16, Riley McFarland.
Ooh, so good to see Riley McFarland.
Making his way back in, the third-year Vaquero player, also out of Dallas Baptist University, getting back from that ACL. He's played 2 full games, so he's been great back there. And he loads one up here for Stevens. Stevens able to keep control. Back out to 13, Copper West. We'll do the best we can with that tonight. Francisco Jaramillo here working on 2 defenders. And he looks one for Joe.
That's a really good ball.
A nice ball to Joe.
Nice touch. Got Tyler Little wide open on the backside.
Oh, could have been interesting there. Saved by Angelo Barberi.
I like the build-up, though, Matt. That was really nice.
I feel like we're really coming into this game with some confidence, knowing that we have a playoff spot secured, and it's nice. It feels good.
Looks like Brock Barbie was calling for an offside, and he'll get it.
He'll get it.
And the referee. First time they've been offside tonight. Brock Barbie, the captain, wearing those pink shoes today, at least in the first half. Brought him luck. Huffstetler. A nice flick header over to Conway, still in. Picked up quickly here by Cooper, by Copper. Thank you. It's going to have to do this tonight. And Jaramillo into the penalty area, looking for something. And a shot.
Ooh.
And save the first one by Katani tonight. Remember, Copper has red hair. That's the only way I can.
Right.
At least I'll eliminate
Copper
one of the
with
3.
the copper hair.
Right. It might have been the reason he was named Copper.
You think? Who knows?
I'm sure he knows. All of us redheads have to stick together, that's for sure, even though some of us don't have red hair anymore.
Yeah, what happened to it?
It just happens that way.
That's right.
There you go.
It just happens that way.
Everyone in here has more hair than Jamie Southern, so let's keep that in mind.
It's a third foul committed by Fort Worth. A free kick here. The back end. CF10 Houston's dressing 8 players tonight, making their debut out of the 16 that are dressed. Again, they've scored 3 goals this season. They have not scored in 4.5 games. They've been shut out. A clean sheet for the other side 4 times. So looking to get something happening. Didn't score in June at all. So maybe July might be the number month for them. Hustetler decides he's playing way off of his line.
Yes, he has been.
Very interesting.
I think he's really calling for that ball back, like wanting it at his feet.
Right. Luis Pineda has always been very steady. We haven't called his name much, but he's been a glue player for Fort Worth. A nice pass here to Copper. That ball's played in, and here comes Jaramillo on his horse.
Jaramillo.
Can he get there? And a nice save by number 5, Diego Palma. Get that one out. He's played every match, Diego Palma, every match for CF10 Houston this season. The only player to do that. There's a chance for Cooper Stevens to Joe. Joe the left
has
foot.
it. He wants another one.
Joe with the left foot.
Oh, Joe's getting
build up. Nice play
That's a
by
good
Stevens
turnover
to
there.
check back. Nice check back by Stevens.
Whoop.
That one
I
picked
love
up.
this 1-2 passing here.
Connor Rogers, number 8. To Cisco. Back out to Joe with some room to run. He passes out to Frisco. Cisco.
Oh,
shoots.
wow, that's a great
And
move.
Shoot.
Interesting.
Close.
Interesting.
Close. I kind of feel like he should have gone down. Might have gotten the call
I
there.
think if he falls down, there's a PK there.
Yeah.
Huff Stetler out of his line, about 40 yards off of the goal line.
Makes me nervous.
Does he know the 40-yard line is not the goal line? I'm just saying. I don't know.
Confidence.
Nice play by Stevens. To
Ball.
lead it to Cisco
Got to get in there on that
Jaramillo.
backside.
Jaramillo with 4 goals this season, 3 of them on the road. Looking for Stevens. Back out to Joe. The left-handed or left-footed shot, and he might
Back
have.
to
Oh,
him.
wow, that's
Toe
another
poke.
great
Ooh.
move. Yeah, Megan, you're right. That was the time for
That
the
was
toe
the
poke.
time. Hey, but great movement with the ball. Like, I'm loving this.
13 minutes into the game, Fort Worth really pressing CF10 Houston.
Some really good
And here's an
footwork, just
opportunity
driving
here.
into their defense.
But Huff Stetler with a punt back up.
Huff Steffler's got it.
Huff Stetler tonight again. Making his second start. The first one was against Oklahoma United on the road, and that heartbreaking loss and occurred right at the end of the game.
Got right around him. Just with one more touch, he could have had that one. But great work. Great passing by the Vaqueros.
It's Copper West alone with the ball to Stevens. Stevens likes this left-hand side of the field, but he decides to come back to Copper and try to find 14. Dylan Cabrera, my apologies. Cabrera on the right, Jaramillo on the left. Here are the 2 wing backs for Fort Worth tonight in this setup. This 3-4-3 he's employing. Nice left-footed shot, but off by Tyler Little.
Still
Stays
in.
in play. Jaramillo may have been clipped there. And the right-footed
Oh,
shot
wow.
and a
I
burner
like it.
picked up. The 4th save by Katani.
That's a pretty good save. That was hit with a lot of pace.
Katani
Jaramillo's great movement around players, just so quick and fast, and don't blink.
Katani playing in his 5th match of 10.
Yeah, I love this little touch. Whoop, right around it, and he's in and looks for the shot.
Here's West. The easiest way to do this, Barbie. Let's go by their last name.
Let's go last name.
Back out to Huffstetler, who is 25 yards off the goal line. Lines one up for Tyler Little.
Go
on his
ahead,
horse.
Tyler.
Oh, but Joe Conway, can he pick it up? Conway really pressing. That high line is really pressing CF10 Houston and just not being able to get something concrete
Nice
here.
work.
That's picked off really well.
Nice play. Stevens by himself.
Go ahead.
All the way through
Oh,
to
that's a
Stevens.
great
nice
ball.
pass.
To Conway.
To
Is he gonna?
Conway.
Oh,
It's out.
that's a foul.
Referee says
Says
no.
no.
Oh no, Conway is
Oh, my
not
gosh.
happy about that.
Are there any policemen still here from the previous
right?
game?
Somebody.
What the? A full trip on, and I can hear Conway from here in his English accent telling us,
Yeah.
Let's get a look at
let's
this.
see this.
where's the Bobby? That's right.
There's a turnover, and great work to get the ball through there. I mean,
No.
I don't know.
No, I didn't see ball at all there.
No, I don't think
I
he
saw
touched
his
it.
leg just like coming out in front of him. Man, well, he owes us one now. I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, he might owe us 2.
Exactly.
Brock Barbie back out to Stevens. A little heavy touch. This is Joe coming all the way to the back for this one. A nice run here by Pineda. All the way
that's a
across
great ball, too.
to Dylan Cabrera
going,
over in the
Pineda.
corner. Cabrera, the Stephenville product, looking for something along the goal line. Trying to save it, and he does a throw in.
Works.
17 minutes in, Fort Worth leads. Your Vaqueros, excuse me. I thought I said Vaqueros. The 10th game of the season, folks, and we're doing the best we can. So the summer of soccer lives on here.
Yes, it does.
Right. Verano de Fútbol. Yes, here it is. Cabrera taking this corner kick, the third one earned by Fort Worth tonight. Ball floated in. Fort Worth with an opportunity.
Oh, the bike! Oh, that could have been the goal of the year.
Tyler Little.
Oh, love it.
Got on his Schwinn,
boy.
but couldn't hit the pedals.
Could
on
be
that
in trouble
one
here.
there.
They have some numbers.
Some numbers,
oh, dear. Make a decision. Oh, too bad, buddy.
Diego Palma could not get there.
Oh,
Fort Worth able to come back, make it interesting. This ball picked up by 20, Pineda.
Man, he's kicking himself for that.
That's what happens with the 3-4-3. The counters can be difficult, and Hutzettler all the way out of his goal. The first true opportunity for CF10 Houston to end a goal-scoring drought that spans 4.5 matches. To no avail. Fort Worth able to come back and play some defense.
And let's take a quick another look at this great little bicycle opportunity. Great work. Great work there by Tyler Little. He's playing great.
Tyler Little, the goal in the 3rd minute, off an assist from Joe Conway. Little's first goal of the season, the 17th scored by Fort Worth. The 9th different player to score a goal for Fort Worth here. Parker Plexco and Cisco Jaramillo lead the team with 4. Interesting that Plaxco scored the first 3 goals of the season for Fort Worth, has scored only 1 in the last 7 games where they've had this huge resurgence, going 4-3, getting into the playoffs. Nice defense there by Stevens.
I think it's a good sign.
To be fair for him, though, he did miss a little bit of time, didn't he?
Yes, he
missed
did.
2 games, yeah. He missed 2
And it's
games,
also like a good sign when you have not just one player scoring all the goals. Like it's nice to have the other players finishing as well.
8 players besides Plaxco have scored, and that's a really good sign. Everybody is getting in to the score sheet. Nice pursuit by Little. There you go.
Don't sweat it. Call Willard to know. Take advantage of Willard's 2-year parts and labor guarantee and get a $49 AC tune-up that works like magic. Schedule service online at willardac.com or phone the Gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
Back to live action. That was Willard, along our first-year sponsor, heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. Willard does it all. Thank you, Willard.
Big or small.
Willard does it all.
Big or small. I like that.
Other sponsors here, our longtime sponsor, Eric Bell Soccer Academy at TCU. We got a college ID camp coming up.
Oh, that's a great
composure.
Tarrant County College, physical medicine and rehabilitation at Dr. Omar Salad, the team physician. Castleberry Independent School District, and also, we haven't talked much about the Vaqueros, but they had a very spirited match in their last one against South Star FC. All of you, I'm sure, are fans of the Vaqueros. A 1-0 lead, 75 minutes into the match, a virtue of from a PK, and then 2 goals scored by South Star. Ended the Fort Worth season 2-1. Hats off to those women, the ladies of the Fort Worth Vaqueros for a strong season, and we look forward to them next season. They were Coca-Cola, 139 years, Megan. Coca-Cola has been around.
Yeah, nothing like a nice Coca-Cola classic.
That is the truth.
Seriously.
Oh,
Going to have to blow the whistle at some
You're
point.
going to have to at some point.
All up on Little. Hey, and once again, this is a great opportunity. Worked out for us last time.
Almost at the same spot. That's Francisco Jaramillo, number 7, and number 17 is line mate Cooper Stevens. Now Joe thinks I might be interested in here. Let's see if all 3 of us can throw this off. How many players on the wall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Yasin Katani, you only have 11 out there to begin with. So half of the players on the wall, almost all the players in the penalty area for CF10 Houston. It appears that Stevens will take the shot, and he does, and just off the top of the hands, a great save by Katani, able to see that.
That'll be a corner kick for the Vaqueros.
It turns into the 5th corner kick here for Fort Worth, 22 minutes in. And Jaramillo here to take it.
So, Matt, as good as we're playing, it's still 1-0. We need to go ahead and get that second one.
It's a very good point. With Huffsettler, he's thinking he could score from there. I just got a feeling.
He might try.
With the wind, and it is blowing, and that's what you do as a goalkeeper. You'd kind of take advantage of that. The wind is blowing out of the southeast, about 12 to 14 miles an hour. A little bit of a gust there. You can see up in the wind some of the flags above the far standards, but that's probably one of the reasons why you can see the flag moving pretty quickly there in the corner. This ball played in.
That's a good ball.
Wow.
That's a really good ball.
I will say, with all of these shots and opportunities Vaqueros have had, CF10 has been doing pretty good defensively, really being able to shut it down just to 1-0, because honestly, it could be 3-0 right at this point. So props to them for the good defense.
Brock Barbie here with the number 2 back there playing defense. He comes in for all the corner kicks and almost had one. It would have been his first goal if he's able to connect tonight. At some point, another foul, the 6th one committed by CF10 Houston. Gets a little talking to. Number 9, Alfonso Blanco, making his first game here for CF10 Houston.
Oh, the referee helped him out.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We want to welcome and give a great big happy birthday to Jamie Southern.
That's right. Jamie Southern's birthday today. What a guy. What a guy. I take back the last comment I said.
Let's
about
see,
him.
we might have a goal
Oh,
right
goodness.
here, though. Almost a nice gift wrap birthday present right on the 12.
Thank you, Andrew.
It almost worked out for Joe Conway.
His birthday present doesn't get here until like July 10th, so.
I'm just glad Jamie's older than me.
It's not an espresso
Makes me
machine.
feel better.
It's not.
Not an
I don't
espresso
even want to say
machine.
what it is because he's probably going to listen to this. I'll tell you later.
Let's see.
It's disc golf related, boring.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Play it back to the defense. A nice
Not a
shot.
bad
That's a good
shot at all.
That is a
and
good
this looks
shot.
like a corner kick again for Fort
Yeah.
Worth. Katani able
The
to
keeper
cover
saved that.
It's been a whole lot of pressure in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah,
or
he's
so.
getting a lot of action back there.
Really need to capitalize
Katani
here.
is on his toes.
Katani, the goalkeeper, wearing all pink out there. And Leon's 5th match. And another corner kick here for Jaramillo. Nice one here. Is it over? It's floated over the goalie, but they could not
He's
get the
gonna hit
pinball
it.
in the right spot.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, hit the ball,
my.
boy. Right in the gut. Oh,
Joe Conway with the shot.
I would not want to get hit by one of Joe's shots.
No, you would not.
Jeez, that's a rocket.
You would not want to get hit by one of those, that's for sure.
I hope he was paying attention.
Yeah. He winds up here. Deflection. Goal.
It's one of the tougher things to do, and the ball goes over your head in a corner kick. You have no idea what's going on behind you, and that is a little scary. His defense able to help him out. Jaramillo with 2 players on him. Played back to Rogers. Connor Rogers. This ball played up to
Come on, Joe.
Joe can't get away
Covered pretty well there.
from Blanco. Holding on to him. Playing with 3 in the back, 4 in the middle. Seems like the same formation that Fort Worth is employing. The referee does call that one. This is the recipient, 13 Copper West.
And it's a good opportunity to really be able to see the formation that Vaqueros are running. I would say that they have the 3 in the back, and they are playing like a double stopper, kind of really holding down the midfield, packing it in the middle pretty well, and it's working for them.
They're making it look very easy right now.
It's able to go almost anywhere they want here as long as they can hold on to the midfield play. That's right, and this ball back to Pineda from Concordia University near Austin. Jaramillo. Back to Joe. To Dylan Cabrera. Dribbling laterally.
Oh, wow.
Joe,
He's on,
and
he's on.
a goal!
Wow. Well done.
Vaqueros goal!
That was beautiful.
Guys, that was an absolutely brilliant ball.
Wide open there.
What a pass into Joe Conway. It's his second goal, his third goal of the season. Now 2-0 Fort Worth.
And here's another look at that. All this patience right there.
That was greatness.
Patience. All the patience waiting for the perfect opportunity to hit that right to Joe's feet.
Great pass
Put it in the back of the net.
Great pass by Dylan Cabrera. Feeds the left foot of Joe Conway. 2-0 Fort Worth.
There's your second goal, Robbie. Can we relax now or no?
Let's make it 3 or 4 and then we'll talk about that.
Conway, they string 4 passes together. This
Get
is
a
Cooper
shot.
Stevens trying to get over here. Looking for somebody. Maybe a ball inside, but a throw in earned for Fort Worth.
Joe Conway for your Fort Worth Vaqueros.
Out to Stevens. Up in no man's land. Here for Tyler Little looking for something. Back out to Joe again, maybe. Cisco.
Oh, wow. He is just all up on him.
Play on. Referee play on. Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's where the draw line is drawn with the hands.
I guess.
And a card. And a yellow card. Well, no, you
I
got to
don't think
stop.
that was
You got to
necessary.
stop talking.
You need to turn away.
Here's a quick look at that goal. That pass there, and just a quick look, hits it back post. Beautiful. I can hear Jamie's voice down there talking to the ref. You know, you got to just be aware that when we have the lead here, it's important not to make any unsmart decisions, talking back to the ref and whatnot, because that could really put people in our team in a bad situation with a man down.
Yeah, you really can't do that. You got to keep your head together. We've got everything under control right now.
And at that, a red card of any kind might carry over into the playoff game.
Well, that's
might
another
be the
problem
most
too,
important
and we
thing.
might see a sub
and
at some point.
For a player like Jaramillo is so important to the offense. A nice move there that excites the fans. Well, picked up by Cabrera. Nope. And out of bounds. Only 4 feet along the touch line and the wall back over there. Be very interesting for a football team to come here, and they could just usually players love to string themselves almost along the end line, but they can't over there.
It's because it's a soccer field, Matt.
It is a soccer field that was made for football. I guess so. CF10 Houston here in the attacking third. First time in a little while, Robbie. We've had a shot at this. Ball back to Palma.
Yeah, Matt, it's going to take a little bit more than that. Not to harp on how good Fort Worth's playing, but they're winning every first ball and winning most of the second balls, and then there's something like that where a foul comes in and we retain possession. So they've been doing really good with that all night.
Interesting, the ball did not touch the referee, but yet there was a foul, bailed him out. He would have had to stop play anyway. It did touch him. Brock Barbie with the free kick. Now you're right, Robbie. Fort Worth is almost moving around at will.
Mm-hmm.
Back out to Huffstep. He's had more passes tonight than saves, that's for sure. And he'll do another one here tonight. Hostetler with a long one, looking for Jaramillo.
Oh.
It's on his horse. Well defended by Santos.
I think it's pretty important for your keeper to be super confident with the ball at his feet. You know, like that's another player on the field. Like, let's get him involved if he can help us swing the ball.
Well, in a game like what we've seen for the first 31 minutes, you don't want him to get bored either.
Sometimes your goalkeeper has to have the best footwork of anyone.
You don't want to get bored.
And anyone on the pitch, sometimes you don't think of that much, but they have to have great footwork just to be able to maneuver
Do you ever
around
get bored on
and make
the
saves.
pitch, Robbie?
I'd like to say that my teams weren't good enough for me to ever get bored.
There you go.
Stevens. Ball
Keeping
to
it
Connor
alive.
Rogers. Connor Rogers with a shot just to the left of the goal, to right of the goalkeeper, Katani.
Well, and I got to play with your husband for 10 years, so there was never a boring moment.
Oh, of course not. Never a dull moment with Jamie Southern. What a guy.
The fans getting excited for
Francisco
Jaramillo. He may be coaching one of the teams down here that
I don't know.
Vaqueros. There's something to that, I understand, but he's the one closest to the fans, and they know who he is.
All the love today.
Assisted on the first goal scored by by Tyler Little in the 3rd minute. He took the free kick that was played up by Joe Conway to Tyler Little. And then in the 27th minute, Joe Conway with the score. Here's another chance for Tyler Little.
Almost.
I bet Connor Rogers said, I wish I had one more spoonful of Wheaties there for that one this morning. Just needed a little bit more pace for that one. It would have sprung Little. Mas leche.
Hey, and I see that Bradley Anderson said, "Go Vaqueros! Greetings from watching from Quito, Ecuador, with Price Anderson and his pop."
All right, Ecuador, one of
Price
the many
Anderson.
countries that see our broadcasts all around the world. We thank you wherever you're watching.
Yeah, Price Anderson was a great
He was a
attribute
great
to
player.
for our team as well.
Leading goal scorer in 2023, Price Anderson with 9 markers.
Wow, that's a great move in the midfield right there.
A nice pass, diverted, picked up there. What a play by Pineda. A spin move, looks for Francisco with an opportunity. An overlap. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe this time here.
Oh,
nice
wow.
tackle.
Love it. I
Back
love
out
it.
to Cabrera.
He wants it
Cabrera
back, too,
in the
and he's going to
penalty
get
area.
it.
Touch.
Oh, can they find it? No!
It's in. Oh,
He's going to be out of bounds.
Side.
I got to see that.
Side. What?
How was he
ball work
offside? He
from
was-
Fort
I don't know if
Worth.
it was offsides. It may have just been over the touchline.
Oh,
It may have been either offside or over, right? It looks like it's going to be a goal kick and just over the touchline. Tyler Little standing at the doorstep.
still great work. Still great work.
Could have made it 3-0, but just over the goal line. Get in the way. Barbie. Fort Worth really giving their fans a treat tonight. What a difference, Robbie, from the first game we
Oh,
saw
absolutely, Matt.
and this one. Not because of the opponent necessarily, but as well as Fort Worth is doing so well passing.
Their
here, Robbie.
The
chemistry.
confidence, the passing, the tactics, winning 50-50 balls, winning the second ball has been huge. Yeah, night and day difference from day one here.
The ball played up by Santiago Cardenas.
No foul.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt, I'm thinking to myself watching Jaramillo play with what's on the line for the following week. Maybe he's a halftime sub.
maybe he is. Now, the interesting thing about where they will play, they kind of know when they will. It looks like July 9th. But they will be on the road at either one of two places, either at Lubbock or at West Texas. And it depends on how that match turns out tomorrow night in Lubbock. The second leg of the Dustico, as they call it, between the two squads.
Go ahead, Joe.
Joe gets on his horse.
And he's got help.
As well, he's got Cooper Stevens and Dylan Cabrera along with him.
Lots of time.
Lots of time here. Back to Cabrera.
Oh, wow.
And then to 17, Cooper Stevens. Goal! Vaqueros!
Just roll that R so well, Matt. Sounds so good.
Guys, that quick passing, they just put on an absolute clinic right there.
Yeah. Yes. And here's another look at that goal. Great precision here by Joe Conway on the back side pass, and just a quick
Cool and
little
calm.
slip into the middle and put it in. Very well done. And it shows 3-0. Can we relax now?
Yes, Cooper Stevens,
it might
the
be.
10th different player to score for Fort Worth this
Wow.
season. His first marker of the season. Now 3-0 Fort Worth, 37 minutes into the match.
In the 37th minute, Cooper Stevens with the goal for the Vaqueros.
But that was a team effort, even though Stevens will be
Definitely.
remembered for that goal. My gosh, the passing. 7, 8, 9 passes down the field, right on the doorstep with Stevens where you're supposed to be. He gets the Halloween candy a couple months early. 3-0 Fort Worth.
Uh-oh.
That was only like one of two mistakes I think they've made this entire half.
Yeah.
And not turned into
If he would have had a
anything
better ball there,
dangerous.
though, that could have been a little more dangerous.
Could have been Huffstetler. Play that ball way back in the back. Started out with Barbie. Out to 17, Stevens, the goal scorer.
Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky, right. That pass meant for Cabrera. This one's going to
Quick
Joe.
restart.
Joe Conway. Conway able to deliver it. Picked up by CF10 Houston. They string a couple together. This one's 7, Barberi. Swing it across. Coming from the back. Here's an opportunity for them.
Bit of a heavy touch there.
Look at that. Number 7, Jaramillo here, moving it forward. A nice
All
little
day
heel
behind
pass
the leg.
again.
Oh,
Thought
I
he
don't
was
know.
gonna do it again.
I
The
think
man
he,
with a headband.
I don't think he saw him.
Ooh, Copper West there, shoulder to shoulder, the referee says. I'll swing it out here, number 20, Diego Carrasco.
Good step.
Barbie plays it out. Tyler Little gives chase. That ball's out of bounds. And Fort Worth earns another throw-in. Now, if Lubbock wins or ties that match on Sunday or tomorrow, they will win the conference in Fort Worth. The 4th seed will play the 1st seed in Lubbock. If West Texas happens to win the match, they will be the champion of the Lone Star Conference, and they will play Fort Worth. So
Almost
it
broke
all
his
depends
ankles.
on that. But Fort Worth coming off a huge 1-0 win just a week ago against West Texas. Has all the confidence in the world to go out to Midland and win one. Especially with a 3-0 lead here, they could send the fans home in the regular season with a happy and enjoyable match here so far. 3-0, 40 minutes into the match.
Did you say regardless that game's going to be played in Lubbock?
No, regardless.
Either Lubbock or Midland.
Lubbock
correct?
or Midland. One of the two, whoever wins tomorrow's game, will host the Vaqueros on Wednesday, July 9th.
We going to road trip?
We are not.
Wow. Okay.
This shot, shot taken by Cooper Stevens.
God. Oh, I'm sorry. My feelings are hurt from Robbie. It's not you, John. It's Robbie. It broke my heart. It's fine. I know he said it very. It's fine. All right. Cool. Remember that.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. It's got nothing
Well, you're
to do
not
with the
there
boys.
to sightsee, obviously. You're not there to sightsee. We're there to support. Oh, that was ugly.
There's sightseeing in Midland and Lubbock? I'm just asking.
I'm sure there's some museums or historical sites.
Buddy Holly Museum maybe, or
Look at that.
something like that.
Yeah. I heard it's
there's
like
a place called Taco John's out there that's supposed to be legendary.
Okay, there you go. But you're not invited anymore, Robbie. Bye.
Bring me some
Okay.
back.
No. Nope.
Fort Worth moving the ball around.
I love Buddy Holly, but if that's what they got, then I'll look. We got a man in Fort Worth named Alan Bean that walked on the moon. So,
Pascal High School graduate.
Huh.
yes, sir.
It's the only
Does
thing.
he have a museum?
Robbie and Mr. and Astronaut Bean have something in common. I imagine.
Both legends.
Right? Yes, you both are. Yes. One has moon rocks. One is legendary. Understood that.
Permian Basin Petroleum Museum.
Oh, look at that. Permian Basin
Well, now
Petroleum
you just changed
Museum.
my mind.
No, you're not invited. I'm sure there's a lot more than meets the eye. Road
Yes.
trips are fun, too. I'm sure
they-
a Buc-ee's on the way. Come on.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure they are.
Is there not? Well, there probably will be one within the next 2 weeks.
Here's a chance for Alejandro Yepes.
Uh-oh.
And he finds in a goal.
Wow.
That's a great ball and a great finish.
Showing some
And a
life
goal.
here. Well done.
A first goal.
Number 9,
Alfonso Blanco.
43rd minute for
I have to do some math. That was. Let's see this instant replay, Robbie.
That's a great finish.
Great pass. Exactly the right spot for him, and he just ran through it, followed it up. Got to stay on our toes.
And that breaks a 446-minute goal drought throughout the month of
He
June.
hit it in the air.
For
Yeah,
CF10
first
Houston.
time. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
CF10 Houston, 446 minutes. They scored their last goal. It's now 3-1. Fort Worth still in the lead. You don't get 3 for scoring 1, but here you don't anyway. 3-1 Fort Worth. We go on this first half. Huffstetler. Picked up by Houston. It seemed like it was just a matter of time, Robbie, before something might happen with Huffstetler off his line and maybe the defense thinking a little differently. 3-0 lead.
Yeah, we need to wake up a little bit. I know it's real easy to that.
Ambitious.
Shot was in the air for a while.
that'll be a goal kick for the Vaqueros.
Let's just see this thing out to halftime, and then we'll go into the room, talk about it. There's mostly good things to talk about, and come out strong to start the second half.
True.
What you really don't want to do is give up a goal.
Another goal.
Yeah,
No.
right before we get to half.
The momentum has kind of switched a little bit, even
It
with just that
has.
one goal.
And good for Houston for picking it up and not just falling down.
Exactly.
They're showing a little heart.
This time I'd like to give a special shout out to Terry Black's Barbecue for their season sponsorship of the Terry Black Skybox Suite.
Oh, man. That barbecue
Up
is
tonight.
fire.
And they also treated the media. Thank you to Terry Black's for
Yum.
tonight's match. Legendary Central Texas Barbecue on West 7th and Fort Worth. Get on out there and see them. You get a chance later on this summer. Great barbecue. 2 minutes posted by the fourth official remaining in this first half. And the stoppage time. Yepes, the defender that played it over to Blanco to score that first goal. They're starting to move the ball around really
They're
well.
moving the ball around a lot better.
Looks like 6 Santiago Cardenas will pick it up. There's another chance and an under 10 clear there. Thank you very much, Joe Conway. Tyler Little are able to earn that throw in and get his mates, the blue shirts, back down there in the attacking third where they've been most of the match.
Probably about only 2 to 3 minutes of stoppage time here, I would imagine.
I think we're probably under a minute by now.
Okay.
We've got a minute remaining or so. 2 minutes posted by the fourth official. Joe Conway by himself, able to flick it over to Jaramillo on the left-hand side of the field. Fort Worth going to be very cautious here. Connor Rogers. Ball back over to Barbie. Back to Connor. To Joe. Back to Connor again. To Luis Pineda.
Okay, this is better. This is a lot.
Let's just keep the ball, ride it out.
And you can hear Coach Tony Marola, forward, mates, forward. I heard the gaffer back there doing that. A bad pass and an opportunity here for Angelo Barbetti.
He makes up for it, though. Does he?
Allow play to go on. The referee. Oh, interesting.
Offsides.
The referee, yes.
Okay.
The referee decided to play on with an advantage, and then unfortunately they were offside with their one-on-one. To make that up, here comes Francisco looking for 13 West. Cooper West back to Cabrera.
How about
shot
this?
in the air and a shot and a chance.
How about
for
this?
Fort Worth.
And there's 4.
Cooper Stevens. Go Vaqueros.
It's impressive every time he does that.
I can't do that.
I can't either.
Cooper Stevens, a brace, a natural brace at that, makes the score 4-1 Fort Worth. What a nice goal here, Megan, for Cooper Stevens, the headband wonder.
Yes. Yes, and here's another quick look at that. I really liked how we kind of just played the ball around, and then that backside right off of Joe Conway. Keeper couldn't hold on to it, and Stevens with the finish.
That's got to be really deflating for Houston after having the ball for the last 10 minutes or so and getting a goal and getting themselves back into the game, just to have it turn into, at the very last second, back to a 3-goal deficit.
And the referee blows the whistle down right after Cooper Stevens with his second goal of the match, that brace occurring in the 45th plus 1 minute. 4-1 Fort Worth. The scoring opened by Tyler Little in the 3rd minute. And then by Joe Conway in the 27th. Then Cooper Stevens on the 36th minute. Blanco for Houston, CF10 Houston. Alfonso Blanco with his first goal in his first game for CF10 Houston. Then Stevens closed the scoring with his second. 4-1 Fort Worth. Your impressions of the first half, Robbie?
Fantastic. Came out on fire, scored right away, and I think 2 minutes, 45 seconds in, didn't let up until about the last 10 minutes, which became a little bit concerning when Houston scored, but they got that goal right back, and now it's, for the most part, get ready for next week.
Right. 4-1. We'll be back with the second half. You get one, you buy one, you get one free. The second half of your Fort Worth Vaqueros and CF10 Houston will be after these messages.
As we recognize our youth players on the field tonight, we recognize their team and coach for their commitment to the Fort Worth Vaqueros youth football players.
It's hotter inside than outside.
Did someone phone the gnome?
Willard, I'm melting.
Melting? Let me get to work. We'll have no human candles on my watch.
Don't sweat it. Call Willard the Gnome. Take advantage of Willard's 2-year parts and labor guarantee and get a $49 AC tune-up that works like magic. Schedule service online at willardac.com or phone the Gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
2011 team coached by Coach Southern. 2012 and 2013 teams coached by Coach Evans. 2014 team coached by Coach Roundtree. 2015 team coached by current Vaqueros assistant coach Alonzo. Congratulations on your 2025-26 signing day. Interested in joining our youth programs or knowing more about them, roster spots are still available. Academy teams and Vaqueros youth teams still forming. For more information, visit FortWorthVaqueros.com and click Youth Club. We love our youth leagues and friends and families up with the Vaqueros, but we're going to ask our boys to clear the pitch so that the Vaqueros and CF10 can play the second game.
Ugh, this sink won't budge.
Did someone phone the gnome?
No.
Yes? I did, Willard. This DIY plumbing project isn't working. We need your help.
No need to strain. The gnome's got your drain.
Don't let a clog drain your day. Call Willard the Gnome. Schedule service online at willardac.com or phone the Gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
Welcome back to W.O. Barnes Stadium. Castleberry High School, your Fort Worth Vaqueros lead 4-1 over CF10 Houston. The start of the second half. Hi, my name is Matt Quinn, along with Megan Southern and Robbie King.
Hello.
What a first half for Fort Worth, the most goals in, I believe, 6 years in the first half at home.
Yeah, Matt, they were great.
Amazing. 20 goals for this season, 20 against. So that goal differential is what? 0, probably for the first time in some time since the beginning of the season.
Love it.
And Fort Worth able to just move the ball around comfortably here as we play the first couple minutes of the second half. No substitutions here so far. Riley McFarland over there with the ball. Receiving it, great to see him out on the pitch. That great pass to Stevens. The brace earlier in this game, Dylan Cabrera along the right-hand side. Right
alone.
And just off. Just turned his head just a noggin to the left. It may have been in the net as well for Joe.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that there are no substitutions. I was hoping maybe a couple of these key players would be resting a little for the next big game coming up.
We may see that, and almost on cue, at least for CF10 Houston, they've dressed 16 players, 8 of them on the bench tonight, 7 field players they brought, and it looks like they're about to insert 3 of them here momentarily. Our coach, Carlos Flores.
Oh, wow.
There's one.
You're going to go in the book
right
for
here.
that.
This might be a booking here, and it is. Booking for, looks like number 7, Angelo Barberi. I believe they never want to turn to this side when they're getting booked, that's for sure, nonetheless. For 7, the captain, Barberi, getting booked.
Well, I was going to say at halftime I was able to talk to the Mr. Vaquero, Joseph Cervantes, down there, and just mentioned how much that the team's chemistry has really increased a lot throughout this season, and he mentioned that they were really trying to play more fluidly, and that was kind of a big thing for them. And I said, hey, it's working. Whatever you're doing is working. So I think he's been a great addition, as well as Tony Marolo.
Megan, absolutely, I believe that's right. Talk about responsibility and accountability, and I think it's great what he's done, and the results are in.
Ever since Mr. Cervantes took over around the 3rd game of the season, there's no coincidence that they're 4-3 since that time, and getting wins on the road and at home. You didn't see that all last season. Remember, they were 0-8-2 at the bottom of the table, looking up at everyone, including the CF10 Houston team. Now they're a playoff-bound squad. What a difference just 7 games makes here for Fort Worth.
And it really looks like they got momentum on their side as we push through this second half and on to bigger and better things next week, hopefully.
Hopefully that's Yassine Katani, the Richmond, right around Katy, George Ranch High School product. He passes to another one of those, Isaac Santos. Number 8, Erwin Rincon, Taylor High School in Katy. Alondro Yepes looking. I imagine when you're on the run like that and you see the goalie 30 yards out, and all of a sudden your eyes get bigger than soccer ball, and that's much harder than it looks. That's for sure. You pop one over their head. Here comes Brock Barbie, the captain, to Stevens. Out to McFarland, Stephenville. Excuse me, the Joshua product. Joshua Owl there. Back to him, number 16. A crossfield pass looking for Francisco Jaramillo. Tyler Little earning that big start tonight. Tyler Little is 3rd year. He's playing his 22nd match.
Backside is open.
In his 22nd match as a Vaquero.
Man, Jaramillo does a great job of hanging onto the ball.
He really does.
Oh, gosh.
It's almost too quick there for Stevens. Able to pick that up, Barberi. Palma, back to Barberi, looking at a steal there by Cabrera playing back. One of the differences we see all of the players playing defense. Oh, we saw that in the first few matches, and a trip here by Barberi on Barbie, a free kick, the first one of the first half, or excuse me, the second half, to Huffstetler.
I feel like Huffstetler's more of a sweeper keeper back there, just
yeah,
you know,
like an indoor keeper almost, or just something like that. Yeah.
He's done well. There's nothing he was going to do about that goal. Just a brilliant finish.
And he's got to know they're looking at that chip. If they were to win the ball anywhere here, they'd be looking for that right away.
That long pass by Connor Rogers to Cabrera. Taking on 2 players, and Stevens in the penalty area. Could not find him, and that ball out of bounds. Let's give a shout out to some of our sponsors this season. Hyatt Place and the Fort Worth Historic Stockyards. They put the players up when the visiting team players, when they're here in Fort Worth. Hooters, as well, the restaurant that everyone knows about. Visit Fort Worth and the Fort Worth Convention Visitors Bureau. There's a chance here for Carlos Flores. A shot by the son of the coach and just missed. A great save by Huffstetler, his third of the match.
That's great work to just retain possession of that ball right there.
And make it look so easy. Some other sponsors, A Number 1 Air, HVAC Electrical Plumbing, Arch and Vessel Insurance Group, and Arlington Orthopedic Associates. All great sponsors for Fort Worth this season. We look for you to come back in 2026.
And there's another look at that shot by Houston, and just able to get that ball back in their possession by the Vaqueros.
Matt, I hope you don't mind if I jump in, but no, thank you so much for mentioning the sponsors. Without them, we'd be nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let's go back to Cherry Black's barbecue. I just had a little bit of that. It's absolutely delicious. I do want to bring up something, if you don't mind, about the Joseph Cervantes comments you guys made, which is absolutely true. But here's the deal. Tony Marola is an amazing coach, an amazing human being. The organization just adores him. But I think you guys were onto something. Joseph kind of brought a little kick in the butt to the team, saying, hey, boys, everything is working, but it's not. So let's just get a little more aggressive on the field, off the field. In their heads, in their minds, and I think it back to what you guys said, it's absolutely made a difference.
Oh goodness!
Oh wow!
Oh goodness!
There's an opportunity there for CF10 Houston and Erwin Rincon.
Barbie's not happy about that either.
You're exactly right, John, when you say that. There seemed to be a lack of toughness. I don't know. I mean, it really is all the folks in that locker room that could tell you one way or the other. But nonetheless, you see this instant replay here. A good thing to see Mr. V out there helping out.
And there's another foul. Oh boy!
It's a yellow card. Looks like going to be issued here.
Yeah, that one hurt. Copper West a little slow to get up here.
Difficult to tell. There might have been two of them issued.
Not to be completely redundant, but back to Joseph Cervantes, almost like a really a big brother that's gonna kick your butt when you're not falling into line. And Tony Marola is so much soccer knowledge, and he's got it down. And I think that they're the perfect pair in a way. He kind of came in and really kind of just complimented him and was able to get this great chemistry on the team, on and off the field, and it was fantastic.
So this may have accelerated the movement on the bench. What appeared to be two yellow cards issued by the referee. Number 17, Samuel Jimenez, coming on to the field. Like number 20, Diego Carrasco, coming on. Diego Jones, number 16 as well, coming on. Number 10, Alejandro Yepes. He's the one with the goal, the assist tonight. And they are off, as well as Carlos Flores. They're all three of them off.
Blue Water Custom Pools.
So, three players come in quickly.
Oh, and look who's at the checking in right here for our next sub. The one and only
Parker Flaxco.
I don't want to talk about him too much, but
no, we don't.
We don't need to.
No.
He gets enough love, but it's great to see him back on the field.
It's great to see him as well. Joe Conway able to settle that one. Fort Worth, the blue shirts and the white shorts and the blue socks. With Astoria Crossing, one of the Fort Worth sponsors, across the front of the shirt. Astoria Crossing winning something that's very interesting. Fort Worth has done since day one. who've never issued a real paper ticket to their season ticket holders. They issue a jersey with an actual jersey that the players wear as your season ticket. And the winner of a drawing that your business, if you're interested, and spend $100, I believe, John? It might be more than that, but it used to be $100. Anyway, you get a ping pong ball and you get an opportunity to be on the front of the jersey, which is really cool.
I thought it was an Easter egg.
So, Tyler Little played very well tonight, getting some congratulations from Coach Tony Marola. And coming off here in the 57th minute.
Yeah, Matt Tyler was great tonight.
He was, and he's getting a handshake there from Joe. Tyler Little coming off. Here's an opportunity for CF10. And that's 14 Padron. We haven't called his name tonight as a starter, and a shot right into Huffsettler's stomach. Parker Plaxco again coming on for Tyler Little. 57th minute, the first substitution for Fort Worth. CF10 Houston wearing the white, all white almost, except for the sleeves, the blue numbers.
Oh, what a great move.
Sox, a nice move by Stevens, has been controlling the ball with his footwork all night. Had some dance moves
Joe
out
was
there.
ready for that one.
One of those two heel passes he had earlier. And a foul, cleats up maybe, but interesting. No foul called there.
Not really sure.
No booking there.
No
My apologies.
booking.
Foul called there. CF10 Houston moving the ball around. That's 16 Jones who's inserted in. That pass was too far for him. Fort Worth able to control play, but CF10 Houston with an opportunity here. That's Isaac Santos along the center to the D. He takes a shot, blocked by Fort Worth and played on the chest of Huffsettler.
Doesn't even want to use his hands.
Yeah, and Matt, I feel like every time Houston gets a break down the middle, they try to take that shot from about 25 yards out, and most of the time it's hitting the goalkeeper right in the hands.
Plaxco with an opportunity. Just over the back of
still
Catani.
Alive.
Still alive.
Boy.
Ooh, the referee probably going to be lenient with that one.
I think that's a good play by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that hurt Cooper Stevens also.
Like a goalkeeper, some help with the goalkeeper license, I guess I'd say, Robbie. We'll see here at the end of this.
Plaxco is so fast, even just to get around there in time. And
yeah, his defender didn't do him any favors there, and that's a really good take by the keeper.
Yeah, that's clean.
You just have to have a semblance of possession if you're a goalkeeper to hold on to the ball. A hand on it, whatever, but it looks like Stevens is going to at least walk it out a little bit here with the trainer. It's a hand, a brace in that first half for Stevens, and he kind of alluded to that walking into the stadium today. He wanted to get on the score sheet, and he did. It looks like Stevens is going to come off, call it a night. And
that's probably a good idea,
yeah,
too.
I agree with that.
And coming in for him, number 6, Jesse Garfias.
In the 61st minute, coming on for the Vaqueros will be number 6.
Jesse Garfias. You're played in all 9 games. What a great thing for Coach Tony Marola to put someone like Stevens in and then have someone like Garfias who's played in every match so far for the Vaqueros to come on.
Ooh, there's one. There's one.
Yes. And that ball, that play drawn by Plaxco right outside the penalty area.
Looks like Joe wants it.
Yeah, and have a go at it.
Maybe. Hold on a second. It looks like maybe Stevens is coming back on. At least he's trying to walk it off. They are playing with 10. It's kind of interesting. Have to come off the field, Connor Rogers, until the referee allows play to happen.
I don't think they see the. There we go. There's the
kind of an interesting thing there with Stevens. You thought that Stevens was coming off, but he is not. He's just kind of getting prepped up for it. So Stevens back in the game. However, number 8, Connor Rogers is out. And Stevens will come back on here momentarily. He's allowed back on. Now the Fort Worth back to full strength with 11.
Oh, I like it.
Under to Plaxco.
Still alive.
And a shot. Joe Conway there just missed the end of it.
I like that idea, though.
That was nice. That was a great play there.
That's
we
not
just
something
see that
we
again.
normally see.
Yeah. The short ball right into the middle. Wow.
The crowd seems to like it.
Crowd loves it. Look at that. Plaxco just barely not being able to get that off.
They anticipated the jump by the wall and were able to almost take advantage of it for a 5th marker tonight. Fort Worth well in command here, 4-1. Play into the 64th minute. Back out to 6.
I like it.
That's a pretty good shot.
And a shot. Garfias gets into the match, and he was looking for his 3rd goal of the season. It's like that.
He's hungry.
Barberi for them. A steal here. And the referee does this call. Here comes that replay, Megan.
Yeah, he had plenty of time here to get his head up.
Yeah, that's a lot of time and space to tee that up.
Just have a shot. Great work.
Appears CF10 Houston will be making a substitution here momentarily. We'll be waiting on this free kick to do it. Referee going to allow them to come on, and they will. Well, maybe not.
I thought he just waved him on.
Like he waved him on, but no, I guess he did not. Maybe that hand up just means we'll just have to wait.
I don't know what we're waiting for. Okay.
Coming into the match then, number 3, Manuel Alvarez coming on, and I guess going off on the far side of the field.
There.
Which you can do, you just have to come on in the center somewhere. Manuel Alvarez making his first start of the season for CF10 Houston.
CF10 was number 3, Manuel Alvarez.
Manuel leaves 3 players remaining on their bench. I believe they've got 1 other goalkeeper, maybe 2 field players left to play. Unlike the WPSL, you watch the Vaqueros, where you can have free substitutions. In the NPSL, you don't get to come back on after a substitution. CF10 making this trip up here today just before game time. Some difficulties getting from Houston to Fort Worth, from Katy, down the Sugar Land, down in that area. Had some trouble getting here due to the flooding and everything that's happened, the catastrophic flooding happening throughout central Texas. Amazing they did get here on time for this match.
Got some action in the chat a little bit. Martin Arreguin saying, "Let the boys play on," and that's what they're doing.
There's a pass right there and a shot. That one taken by Cardenas, 17 Jimenez.
I like the build up there, Matt. It was a good time. One time first touch, just missed a marker, but Houston looks a little bit better to start out this second half than they did in the first half. They're starting to win more balls, and looks like they're gaining a little bit of confidence. Now I'm not really concerned that they would have enough time to do anything about it.
Right. Their style of play kind of lends itself to that short, complete passes where Fort Worth is really widening the field and giving up that middle. That's Francisco Jaramillo, the ball on his foot.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
a foul
that.
called. This one on number 4, Santos. This one on number 4, Santos. He earns the yellow card. I guess you can earn a yellow card, but and he does in the 67th minute.
I don't like to see Francisco Jaramillo taking shots like that, though. With
no, I don't either.
Big games coming up, you know, that's a little concerning. But he's so fast and quick. I mean, he can. Looks like he's getting around them pretty quick, easily.
Oh, he has been all night. He's been great.
Mm-hmm. So if you're Houston right now, Robbie, what's your game plan? Like, what do you do now?
Training session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they know they're kind of out.
Yeah.
In the 68th minute, coming off for the Vaqueros, number 17, Cooper Stevens.
And Cooper Stevens does come off.
Yeah, he's hurting.
He finally does, but number 11. I believe that's Jake Ruckert playing, coming in for Cooper Stevens, number 11, Jake Ruckert, ECNL FC Dallas player, a graduate of VR Eaton out in Hazlitt this year. Also another substitution here for Tomas Martinez coming on for
Don't forget to get loud so you can
CF10 Houston.
of the match. Brought to you by Lobos Work.
He comes on for number 7, the captain, Angelo Barberi. So that leaves one remaining field player for CF10 Houston. Nice save there by Rincon to come back from his forward position.
That was spinning in.
That was spinning in, you're right, in the hands of Yassine Katani. He may have been looking at it, but it was spinning pretty hard. Good idea to get Cooper Stevens off and ready for that Wednesday playoff game. Huffstetler's been way off his line.
Way off his line, and it's worked out pretty well.
Right.
Sweeper keeper back there.
Even when he has, even against the wind, he's still in that 3-goal lead. He's been able to hang out in that above the D, so to speak. The chance here, number 8.
That's
great
a pretty
save.
good shot right there.
Rincon, a nice save,
no,
and here's
not
an
out of it
opportunity
yet.
here. And played right into the hands of Huffstetler. That shot by Blanco.
Here's another look at that. Good little build-up here by Houston.
Yeah, that's a pretty good crack right there, and it is good build-up. But I think at this point we're starting to see Fort Worth just sit back a little bit because they don't need the high pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an opportunity for Padron. Oh, a nice push-off.
We're just going to let that
I'm
go.
sure that Jaramillo has seen that before a few times.
And I'm sure there's some frustrations from Houston.
Yep. Garfias.
Oh, boy.
And a bad.
Shanked it.
And Merry Christmas to Henry Huffstetler, number 9, sitting there. Blanco looking for his second goal of the night.
So, Matt, this kind of reminds me of the first game of the season when anytime we made a mistake, we were punished. When the other team made a mistake, we could not finish.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of what we're watching right now.
It's been reversed,
They've gotten
Robbie.
a few chances.
Yep.
But it just something at the very end always goes wrong.
Yep. Parker Plaxco here to throw the ball in. Thank you again to these sponsors, In-N-Out Burger, Alpha Graphics, Texas Industrial Security, longtime Vaquero supporter Jim Zeta and his attorney Zeta firm, Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be, and La Gran Plaza, especially Lobo Charo Western, where they provide authentic cowboy hats to the players of the match. And who would be your player of the match, Robbie?
Right now we're going with Jaramillo.
Jaramillo, I agree with you. There, it looks like number 10.
I'm going to go with Cooper Stevens.
That's fair, too.
I mean,
yeah, you could do that.
You know, just sticking with it. His endurance and speed in the midfield and those 2 goals. I mean, he's been a great.
I thought for sure you were going to say Parker with the 10 minutes that he's put in.
You know what? I was trying not to.
Jamie
Purposely
Thompson.
didn't.
Right, Jamie Thompson comes on, number 10. He scored 2 goals this season. I would say that Joe Conway would be my player of the match. He just came off, but he set up 3 goals tonight, 3 of the 5 goals.
Yes,
or
he did.
4 goals, excuse me. Very instrumental. Also, there's a chance for Parker to get his 5th. But he's become a coach at the same university that he got an MBA at. Yes,
He's
ladies and
smart
gentlemen.
too.
He has an MBA. Yes.
Yes, he is.
And
Talented.
he's English. That's what it says on the program, Jim. Right. I got you, Mark Foster. And he's English. That's right. He's also a coach and assistant coach at Southern Illinois.
Brought to you by Aaron's on 7th Barbershop.
And one person that, we haven't mentioned, yes, Mr. V has been great. We were talking about him earlier, but the addition of Joe Conway and his insertion in the 3rd game has really been huge. And this may be a penalty, and it certainly looks like it. The players are moving towards the outside of the 18. Huffstetler gets a drink, and here's an instant replay for you, Robbie.
Yeah.
Kind of came in there on him low. And I mean, it's just not necessary for Houston. I think that just comes out of pure frustration.
Yeah, obviously, at 4-1, 74 minutes in.
Jaramillo tees it up.
Fans are ready for this.
You can hear the fans getting excited about it. Jaramillo looks at it. And it's saved.
Again.
And then then the follow. The 14, Dylan Cabrera.
He said, "Here you go, buddy."
Goal.
He just said, "Hey, buddy." I think they had that planned. I think they planned that.
It was a great save by the Houston goalkeeper. He did well to get there.
Yeah, great stuff.
What a follow by Dylan Cabrera. Let's see this again.
He really did read it here. Pick the right way. Jaramillo tries.
A little excuse me.
Jaramillo was like, oh, okay, take it. Great stuff.
And it appears that now Coach Tony Marola will empty out his bench.
I think Jaramillo just kind of mishit it on that second one, and it just kind of went right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Riley McFarland.
He almost swung and missed.
Yeah.
Right, and he just hit that little look he gave, was like, huh, glad that worked out.
Jaramillo, McFarland, and Dylan Cabrera all come off for Marco Guzman, Artian Rafidi, and J.J. Abraham. All of the players dressed tonight are now in the match for Fort Worth as they enjoy a 5-1 lead.
It's a great send-off match.
Rafati, nice pass looking for, it's coming off the bench, number 11, Jake Ruckert. The interesting thing about that is whenever you see someone following up a goal kick, or excuse me, a penalty kick like that, I always think the defense is sometimes asleep.
Yeah,
because everybody has to mark somebody.
If I was the goalkeeper, I'd be a little bit upset about that.
As well as he charged in, Cabrera charged in, and he was unabated to the goal. That really is like a lack of focus. That's for sure, and that can easily happen when you're down 4-1.
Well, what's interesting as well, rules analysis, John Carney here, by the way. No, so again, remember, like if the ball goes off the post, the penalty taker cannot.
Right.
That's what we call a two-touch, right? So I mean, look, it does get difficult, and if I'm the goalkeeper, I'm with Robbie, I'd be incredibly upset.
It was a great save. He guessed well. Katani still in this match, even though they're down 3 at the time. He made a great save, guessed right, but they're able to come through with the score. Katani
Good save. He got it.
You think the same AR was over there for the Vaqueros game? Awfully close. That turf monster held up the ball for him as well.
Let's get a look at this.
That ball snuck in there somehow.
Yeah, I think he was good, though.
Snuck around that back defender. I didn't see how that stayed in. Keeper had it covered.
Yes, they did. We've got 13 minutes in regulation time. No hydration break tonight.
Hey, it feels good out there.
Feels
78
really nice.
degrees in July
Nice
in Texas.
breeze.
It's crazy.
Crazy, I tell you.
I was crazy once.
Some people might.
They locked me up.
Yeah, they might.
Threw away the key. I'm not going to finish that. I'm done.
Good idea.
Okay.
Stay away. Stay ahead. Put the spade away and don't pick up the shovel. I'll tell you that. So.
It's a new one.
13 remaining. Fort Worth able to get some passing drills done. Robbie, you're not kidding. I think it might be a training session for both sides.
For both teams, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good experience.
Parker Plaxco getting in there.
Plaxco working hard. Keeping them honest. Referee's not buying that. Now the front of the jersey, we mentioned before, Astoria Crossing, the manufactured home company in Crowley. They really nice site down there in South Fort Worth, near there, in Crowley and Crowley ISD. Come check that out.
What about the advantage there?
And for any of the sponsors that you are you're hearing tonight, if you'd like more information about them, go to our website, fortworthvaqueros.com, as well as if you're interested in the playoff information that'll occur next Wednesday. Check out our sponsors, and if you're interested in being a sponsor for 2026, we'd love to have you. That's for sure. You're all a sponsor. Every sponsor is involved in the front of the jersey, and as many as well other jerseys as say our youth programs and others in the practice teams and the road jersey. All of that, you get many chances to display your business in front of many customers. And tonight, probably the largest crowd Fort Worth has had all season by far.
It's been a great crowd.
Yeah. I was going to say we just had our parent meeting for our youth team at Cowtown Brewery. Yeah. Another sponsor.
Cowtown Brewery,
Sean over
there. Watching our match tonight.
Yes. I asked him how the commentators were. He was like, "Oh, they're not bad."
They're not bad. Yes,
they're
not bad. That's
He's like
good.
better than others, and I was like, "Yeah, that's right."
Good. That's good.
Sean over there, a great guy. Really helped us out while we were there for our meeting.
We have to remember that for contract negotiations, how good we are. That's for sure.
That's right. Those are coming up soon.
Those are coming up every season. 6 gumballs instead of 5. That'd be nice. All right, so back to live action. And Fort Worth able to maneuver the ball around. That's Marco Guzman along the goal line. A little too quick there and picking it up. Number 11, Ruckert.
I think Megan wants the ice cream sandwiches to be part of the contract negotiation.
No, I'm done with those, by the way. Not eating one of those for a while.
They are interesting. Also others to visit Fort Worth. Code Blue Healthcare.
Need some Tums, actually.
Cotton Schmidt Business Law Firm. You tell Code Blue Healthcare that you need some Tums, that's for sure.
That would be great.
Imagine performance therapy.
Hot.
Whoa, that was right into the bench.
Take a breather.
And able to stand up from that one is Marco Guzman, the Austin College product, Sherman. Aaron's on 7th, the Gentleman's Barber Shop.
The Gentleman's.
Nice shot taken there by Thompson. He's had 2 goals this season.
I saw Miguel Quintanar down there, too. Alpha Graphics, another sponsor. Yeah. Great guy, Missy and Miguel. Great friends of ours.
Edward Jones, Taylor Fitzgibbon. Edward Jones, a firm in Fort Worth. Thank you all so much for your continued sponsorship of the Fort Worth Vaqueros this season. And the Fort Worth Vaqueras as well. You not only get one team, you get 2.
And you got the youth.
How about that? An opportunity here for CF10 Houston to try to get their second marker of the match. This ball too strong over the head of Antonio Cardenas. Only 4 players remaining who started the match for the white-shirted CF10 Houston. They'll pass the ball back around this to Tomas Martinez, number 18. And he slings one in to Huffstetler. Goes to the ground. Huffstetler's done all night long and bowling it out to Ruckert. That's 9 minutes or 8 minutes now remaining in the home schedule for Fort Worth. You want to come out here next summer, I promise you there'll be good seats available. And you get your jersey and get ready for this. We'll be back in May, I'm sure, with another season of Fort Worth Vaqueros and Vaqueros soccer.
Matt, I think with about 10 minutes or so left, given stoppage time, now the goal is no injuries, no cautions, no goals.
Let's go home and get ready for our playoff game.
And I really do think that Huffstetler really kind of deserved a shutout there, but they had a fantastic goal on him that hit first time in the air, so unlucky.
Well, you can tell the fans are really getting after it down there now.
Must have given all the sugar away. I guess so, the last game of the season. That's all I can imagine.
Let's just let's thank the Lord that it's not bat night. Hey,
That's right.
Hey, Matt.
That's right.
No, Matt, thank you so much. I'm going to turn that field mic down a little bit.
I think it's the ladies, the girls. They're impressed.
Matt, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you running through the sponsors because, again, like I said earlier, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I also have to thank you, Megan Southern, you, Robbie King, Mark Foster, and Matt Quinn. Thank you so much for what you guys do. You are absolutely amazing. You're absolutely professional. This organization appreciates every bit of all the time you put into this. Look out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. A nice move, and
it goes! And that goal was dedicated to your broadcasting crew right here.
Vaqueros goal by Jake Ruckert, number 11, his first of the season. 6-1 Fort Worth. What a play there. Took advantage of a mistake, Robbie.
Yeah. Let's get a look at this because a couple of great step overs, move around, got him turned all the way around and buries it into the corner.
Jake Ruckert, the graduate of VR Eaton High School this year.
Super sub.
Yeah, ECNL FC Dallas. He's a great player looking for some place to play, I believe, but nonetheless, that was a great goal, great finish.
You got moves like that, you'll find a place.
There for Jake Ruckert. And John, thank you so much for the shout-outs. And one, I'd have to say, the longest sponsor ever since day one, John Carney and Meg Kaczynski, owners of the Chat Room Pub and the usual, just a free kick away in Magnolia.
Oh, that's not good.
That is not good, is right.
Just a cramp, just a cramp.
Okay.
Hopefully. What a nice guy, for stretching him out, too. Some good sportsmanship.
No, Matt, again, and again, I want to get all these words in before, when the game's over after a 6-1 win, we want to get to the pub real quick. But
That's right.
But also Andrew Decker, dude, and Travis, thank you, boys.
They're the man.
Andrew's been doing our PA announcement for forever, as long as I remember, and he's the best in the business. I have a story to tell, and I don't know that I've ever told it on air. We had basically we were going to sing the national anthem through a computer, and it wouldn't work. And no kidding, Mr. Decker said, "You know what? Screw it," and just pressed on the button and started singing, "Oh, say." It was the coolest moment that I've ever been a part of in the booth ever. I just love telling that story. So
and he didn't miss a note, did he?
No, he did not. So here's the deal. Look, and again, I know I'm taking up all your time. I do apologize, and let's hope everyone's okay. But
stretching.
Here's the deal. This organization would not be what it is without you guys, and I am so, so proud that you guys are a part of it. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time and effort and knowledge and skill in being a part of this organization.
Aw, thank you. John, that's so nice.
Well, thank you, John. And with sponsors like you and Meg, we would not be here. And
Absolutely. We wouldn't be here either.
Every game, I believe John Carney may have been to every home game and some road games. Almost every home game, I imagine, since day one. Some days at LaGray Field and at Martin Field and here in Farrington and all the other places that Fort Worth has played and all the teams they played against. Even electronically when COVID was going on. I mean,
forgot about
they were
that.
all even the Vaqueros back then were all electronic. Very interesting in the Roja League and stuff. So since day one, they've been staunch supporters of this team, and well-deserved thank you and accolades here to John Carney and Meg Kaczynski. Thank you so much.
All good people that believe in Fort Worth soccer. You know, I feel like Fort Worth needs to be a soccer town, and there's a lot of potential there. So
right, 1 million people here in Fort Worth. No kidding. No kidding. Your CF10 Houston after the injury and has gotten back up and playing was Ruckert, and so here we go. CF10 Houston here probably with some extra time. We've only got 1 minute or so remaining in regulation. That's 14 Padron with the overlap to Rincon. Looking for somebody, and that's Steele. And no whistle. For some reason, there was a slowdown. But Fort Worth able to pick it up. That's number 10.
The speed here.
Here to get going. Jamie Thompson along the right-hand side. It's along the side of the goal. All the way across. Looking for someone. That's Ruckert. Back to Plaxco. Plaxco holding on to it into the penalty area. 2 players. And that ball is over. Wow. I have to, just a little bit of license today. This is my 150th game to broadcast.
Oh, what?
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, Matt.
21 years of doing this. I don't get very many to broadcast.
That's a real number, isn't it?
But it's 150, and this is my 28th Vaqueros y Vaqueros broadcast.
Wow.
But I have to shout out to my sister, who introduced me to the sport when I was 5 years old.
Aww.
Soccer, she's celebrating her 70th birthday, along with Jamie Southern, which I imagine he's somewhere around my age. But she was my kindergarten teacher's aide, and she brought out 2 volleyball goals, a post, I guess, and used them as goal posts. And thankfully, I didn't have to play goalkeeper that day, like I did all the other days, and that's how I learned all about soccer when I was in kindergarten.
Aww.
So I thank her for that.
What's her name?
Catherine, like my daughter, like my mother.
Wow, Catherine.
Happy
Catherine,
birthday,
Catherine.
Very interesting. Catherine celebrating her 70th birthday today. And some people in Fort Worth didn't believe that would happen either when she lived here. Graduate of Arlington Heights, like many of the Vaqueras. So for her, she's watching, I know, because she watches every one of our broadcasts and lets me have it when I make a mistake. So I appreciate that.
It's a good sister right there.
Yeah. So it just so happens, 150th game tonight. I won't talk about myself.
Well, and they're going to send you off with a win, too.
I guess
That's
so.
Awesome.
I guess so.
Send him off where?
It's 150th television broadcast.
With a win?
Oh, okay.
Maybe. 6-1, there's a chance. The 4th official looks like he has put up a 4, but that's all going to be in the discretion of the center referee with a 5-goal lead. So one of the cool things is about to happen, Fort Worth and Autograph Alley, and it'll be a very happy one tonight, it looks like, as the Blue Shirts have a commanding lead and will send their regular season. And maybe another one picked up here. Oh, and a chance for Ruckert again to get a brace, but no, can he hold on to it? But way good defense by Santos.
He took that right in the gut.
Yeah, Isaac Santos still playing here in the 92nd minute. Excuse me.
That was rock hard. There was nothing squishy about that.
Nothing at all squishy.
I don't know. I'm sorry. He just went right through that ball.
I did not think I could go through an entire broadcast without the word squishy. You hit the phrase that pays, I guess. Somebody The word squishy.
I'm going with that's a 6-1 lead term.
Yeah, it is.
It's,
A squishy lead.
I don't believe that we've scored 6 goals in the game in some time. So, yeah, squishy is.
Squishy lead.
It's
here.
the word that you heard. It's got mood. It's got feeling.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yes, it does. All right.
We're just going to squish the ball around here until time runs out, I think, as well.
Yep. So, and coming back onto the pitch, Copper West after the sprain. Fort Worth, we didn't even realize they were playing with 10. They were playing so well. So, Copper.
Oh,
a turnaround there. Going to pick it up. Jones.
Oh, he's off. He's off.
The referee calls him off, and he may have.
Oh, he's getting another cramp, too.
May have cramped up there.
Well, like Joseph Cervantes said just a little while ago, it's really all that matters is the next game right now for the Vaqueros is the most important that they're going to have to, train for.
And for us and for all the fans, it's exciting that we have a next game because it's been a while.
Absolutely.
I say those bars and everyone around Fort Worth that shows our matches, we hope that you're showing them Wednesday. Wherever they're playing, that's Woody's Tavern on Bryant Irvin, Cowtown Brewing, and as well the chat room and the usual, and many others. Our fans invested in Fort Worth. If you can't be here, at least you're watching us all around the world on YouTube. Tout le monde, right, Megan? All around the world, everyone is watching.
You and your French.
Everyone is watching. It's played by Huffstetler to.
It's a man of many talents.
Shimmer out of that. Barbie with his pink shoes, the captain. It's picked up by Marco Guzman to Plaxco on a head of run on his white horse. Plaxco leads. Could not find
He thought he was making that run deep.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
The referee, amazingly, doesn't want to go home. It's 4 minutes in overtime. Extra time with a 5-goal lead. Is anybody talking to him or is he being assessed? Let me see.
Get a few more
That's
steps
J.J.
in.
Abraham hitting the ball for the first time. Yes, and that.
No, not yet.
No,
not yet.
Keep it going.
No, referee fresh as a daisy, continuing to call that.
Fresh as a daisy.
94th minute of play. You can go another 9 innings, I imagine. Here we go, folks. We're still playing CF10 Houston out of the back. Diego Palma.
And Plaxco not letting up at all.
No, not letting up at all. If the referee's saying we're playing.
There's one more look at the watch.
I'm amazed they even look at the watch. So ball back out to Santos. Katakatani. One thing I would say about this group, at Carlos Flores, the CF10, that's where the CF comes from, the Carlos Flores. From that, and that is the game. Carlos Flores very upbeat and excited about his team in their last match, but unfortunately they're a loser tonight, 6-1 at the hands of the Fort Worth Vaqueros. What a match, Robbie, we have seen tonight.
That was great. It seems like the last 3 home games that we've done, I've said it's been better each time. I think this is the best one that we've seen. Having momentum going into the playoffs, I think is huge. Everybody should be confident. Hopefully everybody's healthy and ready to go.
Megan, you enjoyed this one?
I love this. This was great. I think everything, the atmosphere tonight, having the whole youth teams here cheering on the semi-pro team, and all those boys just look up to every player on this team, and they just think it's so cool. And it is cool just to be a part of this organization, and that we were in playoffs this year. It's been quite a year from start to finish. Really some big changes. A lot of things had to happen, and Tony Marolo and Joseph Cervantes made it happen. And so it's been great to watch, and can't wait for the next game.
So, yeah, that was a very good match here for Fort Worth leading into the playoffs. Fort Worth, we had mentioned cementing that 4th and final playoff spot with their 5th win tonight. 5 wins, 5 losses. Goal differential of 1, a +1. First time in some time, I believe 5 years, that they've had a positive goal differential to finish the season. Matter of fact, 22 goals scored, 21 against. and that's good for 15 points in fourth place. CF10 Houston falls to one win, no draws, and 9 losses. Well, they'll finish the season and look forward to the next one with Carlos Flores at the helm for his 11th season, running that program down in Houston.
Props to Tony Marola once again for a great win. He's awesome, man. He's really worked hard. I'm so happy to see that.
And what a turnaround from the start of the season to this point right now. It's been great.
And even the last few years that he's had the team, like he's headed in the right direction and just a stand-up guy, man.
So Fort Worth, their playoff berth, the first one since 2019. They'll take on either West Texas in Midland or Lubbock in Lubbock Matadors or West Texas FC, one of those two. This is our final regular season game. Unless something incredible happens, we probably will not be broadcasting that one, but I don't know, you never know.
Road trip.
So anyway, that's the last game for the Fort Worth Vaqueros and the FC10 Houston squad. And the playoff game, again, information will be released on the Vaqueros social media platforms very soon. So go to fortworthvaqueros.com or check out the Instagram page for all the information about the playoffs. They're going on. Fort Worth, one of 40 teams out of 75 to make the playoffs. So congratulations to Tony Marola and his squad for that berth. What a turnaround from the beginning of the season. Well, thanks to Lenny Lasher and his staff at Castleberry ISD for another great season, the 12th of Fort Worth Vaqueros history. And props to Andrew Decker, the public address announcer, and hype man Travis Decker.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you, Travis, on cue as always. Thank you so much for that. Special thanks to Vaqueros GM Anthony Harris, CF10 Houston coach Carlos Flores for their production value assistance for tonight's match. And thanks to all of you for your support of Fort Worth Vaqueros soccer and watching our broadcast on YouTube this season, not only in Fort Worth, but in Houston, Conway, Arkansas, Oklahoma City, Lubbock, Brownsville, Midland, and throughout the USA, as well as Canada, Mexico, Scotland, Japan, England, Brazil, Argentina, South Africa, Italy, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, France, Belgium, and Germany. All of those countries, truly tout le monde. Everyone watching the beautiful game played right here in Fort Worth, Texas. So for our cameraman, Mark Foster, earning his 18th cap, and for executive producer John Carney, analyst Megan Southern, and Robbie King, this is Matt Quinn. For the final time this season, the Fort Worth Vaqueros win 6-1 over CF10 Houston. Good night, Fort Worth, and stay classy, Cowtown.